ESPN's NCAA basketball is brought to you by the new Subaru Impreza. What to drive? By Pizza Hut, who reminds you that anytime's a great time to stop and smell the pizza. And by Gillette Sensor and the new Gillette series. Gillette, the best a man can get.
Welcome back to the Thunderdome, where over 6,000 fans are jammed in tonight to watch Las Vegas and UC Santa Barbara. Let's now check out the starting lineups for the visiting Rebels. Very small on the front line, but their quickness gives opponents major matchup problems. J.R. Ryder may be the star, but Dexter Boney has been so consistent this year, averaging 16 points per game. Manuel and Thomas are the guards. The Rebels coach in his first year, Rolly Massimino, who has silenced critics who said he would slow it down. Well, he's been leading the Big West in scoring at almost 90 points per game, 408 wins. The 5 Gauchos Rolly will see tonight: Kelly and Jones in the backcourt. Ray is the Santa Barbara key, dictating the tempo both offensively and defensively. Paul Johnson will have to defend J.R. Ryder. Santa Barbara's coach is Jerry Pym. He's in his 10th year. There have been rumors that he was interested in the job at the University of California, but Jerry says absolutely not. I love it here, both the beaches and the basketball. The crowd came in earlier 2 hours ago, and there is J.R. Ryder. Kareem, he did not start in his last game. Discipline by Coach Rolly Massimino is not a severe discipline, but he will start tonight. Very, very focused in practice today.
J.R. Ryder's got senioritis. I know it's only 6 weeks until the NBA draft. He's probably focused on that and wanting to do well, and he's gotten upset in his thought process. He's got to stick with his teammates and stay in the program that he's in right now, and then he can worry about his dreams. I know he's got a lot of them.
J.R. Ryder took a look up at the Thunder meter, and it measured 86. You see what he has done recently. 27 points or more in 15 of his 20 games. He's gone over 30 11 times. And it will be Gray and Muse to jump center. It is knocked out of bounds. We may have a re-jump. No, they're going to give it to UC Santa Barbara. So the Gauchos will start their offense with Meyer, Johnson, Muse in the front line, Jones, Kelly in the backcourt. And Rolly Massimino going with Gray, Boney, Ryder, Manuel, and Thomas.
UNLV is going to play a man-to-man defense. Keep as much pressure as they can on UCSB on the perimeter.
Idris Jones hits the three, and that's a big start for Jones. Boney rushes the shot, can't score, and Paul Johnson rebounds. Jerry Pym said we wanted Jones to get off to a good start. Now they throw it off his fingertips and out of bounds. He's only shooting 43% this year, but he's their three-point gun, and Coach Pym said Idris must start and start quickly. J.R. Ryder.
J.R. Ryder made that with 3 men around him. He might as well have been out there by himself.
Well, he is a prime-time player on ESPN this year. He's averaging better than 31.5 points per game and 12 boards. So he likes the lights. Doug Muse. Everett Gray giving Muse a lot of room on that high post. Ray Kelly pushes it out to Jones. This time in and out. Muse tried to grab the handle, but lost the basketball out of bounds.
UCSB is doing a good job of getting the ball to Jones early. They want to keep that up.
Deon Thomas to J.R. Ryder. Everett Gray on a pretty pass from Thomas, who had 14 assists in his last game, and that was a victory over New Mexico State in the battle for first place in the Big West Conference.
UNLV is given full court pressure, which is not something that they do all the time. I think this is kind of a surprise.
Michael Meyer. Oh, it's too hard. And what do we have in the lane away from the basketball? And Deon Thomas very unhappy with the call by Terry Tackett. So is Rolly Massimino. Our officials tonight, Norm Barucki, Terry Tackett, and Charlie Raines.
UCSB is doing an excellent job of trying to get back to stop UNLV from running.
They got Everett Gray for pushing off. That's his first foul. And Kelly inbounds to Paul Johnson. He scores from the baseline. He has not been terrific from outside this year, but he's tight, well, like Idris Jones. And Muse with a steal. Kelly has it saved. Muse tried to jam it, but Gray swatted it away. The second best shot blocker in the Big West Conference, Everett Gray, at 2.5 per game.
Everett Gray is staring at Muse, trying to communicate his domination on that play.
Sean Williams of Cal State Fullerton leads the conference 2.6, and then it's Gray 2.2. And it is off a Rebels' hands, out of bounds. That man is so quick. Dedan Thomas did such a wonderful job defending Sam Crawford on Saturday, holding the Aggie star to only 8 points.
Dedan Thomas is the reason that UCSB can't press successfully. He's too quick. There's no way for him to be contained by UCSB. Coach Pym said he had to rearrange his pressing scheme to accommodate the fact that Dedan Thomas is just so fast.
Reggie Manuel misses terribly, and Meyer rebound. Boy, Muse wants to put that ball to the ground, and every time he does, he winds up in trouble. He does pick up the foul, though, this time. Second foul on Gray.
On this transition basket, Ray Kelly's going to drive to the hoop, draw the defense. Gray seems to get there in time, but he's reaching in. Good call.
And UNLV is not very deep. Their only other postman is Fred Haygood, a 6'8", 205-pound junior, but he slides athletically away from Everett Gray. Muse, only a 57% foul shooter, knocks down number 1 to give Santa Barbara a 2-point edge. And now it's 3. Opening 2.5 minutes of college basketball here at the Thunderdome in Santa Barbara, California. Boney trying to drive on Meyer. Pretty shot. But all of the Rebel baskets swatted away nicely by J.R. Ryder. You know, it just seems, Kareem, like all of the Rebel baskets have not been within their offense. There's
UNLV seems to want to work the ball for a little bit, and then somebody's going one-on-one. I think they're going to try and slow it down just a little bit and take advantage of what they have inside. They have great post-up players.
A Ryder with that terrific block. Kyle Milling, the freshman, comes in for Doug Muse. He's a 6'8" freshman from Poway, California, cousin of NBA star Jack Sikma. And he's played very well the last 2 weeks. Ryder trying to take Paul Johnson. A good defense by the Gaucho senior. Tough shot by Dexter Boney.
J.R. Ryder and Paul Johnson are having a little go-to at it inside. And some forearms and elbows exchange there.
You're right. They're yelling at each other right now.
Referees are going to have to pay some attention to that.
And they switch over, and Ryder's taking Michael Meyer. Milling's wide open down low, and there's a mismatch with Milling defended by Reggie Manuel. Now they've got to the zone, a 2-3. Michael Meyer. And a whistle, a foul in the lane. It will go against Paul Johnson, his first. Jerry Pym, excellent coach for the Gauchos, has really built his own little dynasty here in Southern California.
We'll see how the loss of Gray early affects UNLV.
Boney. Oh, he He has really been outstanding to start this game. It's 3 baskets he's made in the contest, 7 points for the game. Jones.
Idris is playing his usual hard game. Doesn't seem like the personal tragedies have affected him that negatively.
Deon Thomas cutting through the basket. Idris Jones' uncle passed away last week. The funeral today, so Jones did not make the practice. He's wearing a black patch on his left shoulder in honor of his Uncle Ron. And Paul Johnson with a little sky hook that, Kareem, you have to appreciate.
Tempers are flaring here. You're going to see some extracurricular physical play.
And J.R. Ryder, right after he fouled the man, he looked at Deon Thomas and said, "Get me the basketball." Let's see if he deals on Paul Johnson. Those guys have been shoving off. There's a timeout on the floor. 15:01 to play first half. We are tied at 13.
It's time. You know, college basketball, slam bam jams, PTPers, surf and turfers. Give me Dick Vitale. Give me the Subaru Pickman Playing Baby contest. I want to beat you, your friends, Vitale.
NC, no contest.
I really want to beat Vitale. And what am I going to win? A couple of bucks? Try a car. No, a real car like the new Subaru Impreza. Go to your Subaru dealer for details. You like details? You're sick. Oh, yeah. And don't forget to look for what's-his-face.
A small touch. A certain look. It's the little things that are worth the most. Which is why every Delta faucet gives you more than you'd ever expect for the money. Giving you the money for those things you can't even put a value on. Delta, the way water is brought to life.
To play this game, you got to have the drive. You got to have the moves. You got to have the love. But most importantly...
Hey, man, you get the ball?
No, I ain't got the ball. You got it?
Say what?
No, you got to have the ball.
Somebody better bring the ball.
Supposed to bring the ball?
Hey, Chumps. Want a game? The new street ball. It's a Rawlings. It's only $4.99 and only at Pizza Hut. Get one, because nobody plays without the ball.
Tomorrow's just another Super Tuesday on ESPN. #1 Indiana with their shooting star Calvert Chaney goes against Ohio State at 7:30. Then it's the terrific guard James Robinson of Alabama. 9:30 East Coast time. Super Tuesday on ESPN. And you were talking about Paul Johnson and J.R. Ryder getting into a shoving match down low.
It's really physical play inside. J.R. Ryder uses his body to push Johnson out, and Johnson throws a forearm into J.R. Ryder's neck. I think we're going to see a little bit more from these two before this game's over.
Well, we talked about J.R. Ryder. Right after that foul, he looked at Deon Thomas, who has the basketball right now. You see outstanding shooting by the Running Rebels. But he said, "Give me the basketball. Let's see if he gets it." He wants it. And now they've moved over Dwayne Carter to take him. Ryder inside to Thomas, and it's stripped by Kelly. Kelly threw the pass to himself, right off the back of his teammate Milling. Johnson wants to go to the hoop. They've had several good looks at that basket, and several have not dropped.
This is the game that UCSB wants to play, though.
Ryder double-teamed and fouled.
UCSB is staying in this game and hitting their outside shots and keeping the defensive pressure on UNLV. So far, so good for them.
So that Kansas score up there beaten by Iowa State. We'll have a chance to see highlights of that contest on our Delta Faucet halftime report tonight. He had 31 in their first meeting. One of 11 times he's gone over 30. His career best was a 40-point effort he had on national television against Georgetown, and that's the trouble he's looking into. But he calmly drops both of them, and the Rebels have a 2-point edge with 14 minutes to play in this first half. Ryder has 4. Good pass, and Carter drops it in, and we're tied again at 15. Another steal by Johnson. A 3-on-1, and Jones with a good pass from Kelly.
Don Thomas tried to get a charge on that play, and it wasn't there to be had.
Kelly defends Deon Thomas. Carter takes J.R. Ryder. This is badly. Johnson trying to rip the rebound away from Haygood, and the held ball situation says it's Running Rebels basketball. Rolly Massimino watching his ball club not take care of it well.
Strip here. Good clean strip. Kelly comes up with the ball, and they're gone. Patrice Jones finishes it off just as he should.
UCSB stays in the man defense. We should see that the entire evening. Jerry Finn, a man defensive coach. Reggie Manuel, a charging foul.
UNLV is not showing the poise that they should be showing as a nationally ranked team. They should be calm, even in the midst of all this noise. They should be calm in running their game plan.
So really,
to me that we're seeing a lot of one-on-one playing, and that's not in the game plan for UNLV.
Haygood comes out, Everett Gray and Ken Gibson come on the floor for UNLV. Las Vegas has committed 4 turnovers to Santa Barbara's 2. The Gauchos lead by a pair. They have had their quick start, Kareem, and the crowd has been involved. Jones. He hits. And Kelly to Jones. Boy, this crowd would have absolutely exploded. Deon Thomas is fouled. He'll be at the free throw line for 2 shots.
There's a lot of emotion out on the court right now.
There's a lot of emotion in front of us with Rolly Massimino.
Both coaches, both benches, and all the players are into this game.
He does not hide his emotions. Crosses his arms and stares at the officials. Michael Meyer comes back in. So does Philip Turner. Out-rake Kelly and Paul Johnson, and they're exhausted. Their defense, brilliant in their first 7.5 minutes of this game. Deon Thomas, not a very good foul shooter, just 49%. Hey, those pinwheels aren't causing any problems. Ryder was 2 for 2, and now Deon Thomas, a 49% foul shooter, just drops the first easily. And there's the trouble.
I wonder if he saw any pinwheels at Woodland Hills High School.
Maybe he did. He's 2 for 2. It's a 3-point Gaucho lead at the 12:23 mark of this first half. It's Turner, Jones, Meyer, Kyle Milling, and Dwayne Carter. Jones another 3. This time he misses badly, and Ken Gibson rebounds. A foul it will go against Kyle Milling. That is his first. He fouled out of the game on Saturday against Cal State Fullerton, and they really missed him as the Titans won by 266-64.
Kyle Milling is a very physical player. They need his play inside to take up some rebounding space and make a presence known rebounding, but there he just got called pushing out.
Deon Thomas comes out. Lawrence Thomas comes in.
Coach Pym really wants to go with Doug Muse, who's coming in the game now at center, but he can't press with Muse. Muse is not agile enough or active enough to be the one man on the press, so he has to move him back to midcourt. Milling gives him an opportunity to substitute.
J.R. Ryder on the baseline drive is fouled by Dwayne Carter, and that is his second foul. And it is the team's fifth. Kumar and the Rebels will be shooting free throws. Lawrence Thomas for three. Oh, cool freshman. We are tied at 20.
By making that shot, Lawrence Thomas is letting UCSB know that they can't slack off on him as they slack off on Deon Thomas.
Chris Ford in the game. He's looking for the shot, but J.R. Ryder denies him. And Ryder comes up with a loose ball. And Ryder comes up with a great finish, but they say no basket. He was fouled prior to the shot.
Going to see a bad attempt at a pass into the pivot. Gray gets his hand on it, and Ryder comes up with it, and the Rebels are gone. Ryder takes it all the way solo and draws the foul.
We have a time on the floor, 11:24 to play in the first half. 20 all, our score.
Okay, so these guys may know a little more than we do about Bud. It's the rice.
It's the hops.
It's the rice. But of course, we know a lot about other things.
Hi, can I buy you something to drink? Yeah, like maybe a light beer?
Budweiser.
Or maybe you'd like a Bud.
Someday, boy, you're gonna learn from your mistakes.
You're looking sharp. You've come so far.
Gillette Sensor has spring-mounted twin blades that adjust to your face. A shave this close, this safe was never this easy. Sensor, and now there's Gillette Shaving Gel with advanced lubricants for an incredibly smooth shave.
Introducing the new Subaru Impreza 1.8-liter horizontally opposed engine. This engine configuration helps give a lower center of gravity for exceptional stability and cornering. A technology we share with the Porsche 911 and not with the Honda Civic. It's one of the 3,867 reasons the new Subaru Impreza is not just another new car.
Our Wednesday jam session feature has Boston College against Connecticut. Scott Burrell, who's also a pitcher for the Toronto Blue Jays organization. That's at 7 o'clock Eastern time. And then it's Florida State against number 9 Duke Bobby Hurley, closing in on an NCAA career assist record held by Chris Porciani of North Carolina State. 9 o'clock Eastern time here on ESPN. We talked about Scott Burrell, the pitcher for the Blue Jays. Well, Everett Gray is going to go baseball with UNLV when the season ends. He was a pitcher.
He was drafted by Houston in the 34th round. He has some future. They clocked him at 90 miles an hour.
Well, Dexter Boney shooting at 90 miles an hour right now. He has 9 points in the game.
It goes to show you what an advantage it is to have won an NC2A championship. Dexter Boney comes all the way from Delaware to this program. And he was happy to be here, and I know they're happy to have it.
You're familiar with that. You came all the way from New York City to go to UCLA.
That was real easy. I visited UCLA in February, and there was ice on the ground in New York when I left there, and I got to Southern California, it was raining, but there was grass on the ground and palm trees, and I said, this is it. And everybody was very upset that it was raining and the weather was going to discourage me.
Ray Kelly gives it to Chris Ford. He misses the three, but Doug Muse rebounds. And it's stolen by Lawrence Thomas. Ray will finish. 25-20. Rebels have their biggest lead, and Kelly will push it again. Oh, tough luck for Ray Kelly, and he cannot run it down to the end. It is UNLV's basketball.
Doug Muse lost the ball because he brought the ball down. And that's where little guys can get it. Here at the other end, Gray just follows up an almost turnover and jams it. Good hustle by Gray.
UNLV shooting 9 of 12 from the floor. Meantime, Santa Barbara only 7 for 17. Ray Kelly takes Lawrence Thomas. Gray trying to take Doug Muse, and he does beautifully. And the Rebels have a 7-point lead at the 10-minute mark. 6 points for Everett Gray.
UCSB wants to answer now and stay in this game, stay at least 5 points away, so that they will be in striking distance in the second half.
Dream Ray Kelly wanting to change the offense. He noticed the Rebels went into a 2-3 zone, so he calls a new play. Johnson, Muse, Meyer, Ford, and Ray Kelly. Muse breaks the drought and cuts the lead to 5.
Everett Gray has to play very tentatively for UNLV because he has 2 fouls. He doesn't want to end up on the bench. UCSB senses that and is starting to try and get some pivot play going. Meanwhile, Paul Johnson and J.R. Ryder are still going at it inside. Looks a little bit more like rodeo than basketball in there. Paul Johnson is going to try and beat him to the spot. J.R. Ryder is going to try to fight him for the spot. It's going to be a war all evening.
That's like Michael Jordan says, sometimes you got to talk the trash, but you also have to back it up.
The best method is to just go out there and play and not have anything to say.
Idris Jones for 3. He scores again, and Jones is lighting it up for the Gauchos. 14 for Idris Jones. He's already over his average. And a whistle and a violation. And it will go against UC Santa Barbara and against Kyle Milling. His second foul. Five for 8 from the floor.
Most of those are 3-pointers, too. Kyle Milling just got called for being a little bit too enthusiastic in the paint. But UCSB needs that aggression from him inside.
Reggie Manuel misses the front end of the 1-and-1. And Santa Barbara has a chance to tie or take the lead with a Jones 3. Lawrence Thomas now chasing Idris Jones. Meyer misses badly, but Kelly gets it back. Johnson wants the basketball low. Ryder is defending him. Down low they go to Meyer, and he travels along the baseline. Meyer has not made a shot in this game, now 0 for 4.
UNLV has been very successful keeping Meyer quiet. That's definitely something that's going to work to their advantage later on in the game. If Jones is the only one hitting the outside shot, UNLV will be able to defend.
Lawrence Thomas, that's 2 for 2 for the freshman. Wow, he has been very cool.
Thomas and Boney have given UNLV a great outside threat.
Kyle Milling. Johnson with the rebound, but he can't return it. Thomas back in the game. Lawrence Thomas joins in the backcourt with Reggie Manuel. A 3-guard look. And Didon is fouled, taking to the hoop.
Sierra Ryder got the whole defense to collapse on him that time. He just worked a simple give and go with Thomas, who missed the layup, but is going to go to the free throw line for some free throw shots. Great play, give and go. You see him gets right inside the lane there. Easy layup attempt.
So Didon Thomas back at the line, with the Rebels leading by 5. If he can make one of these free throws, they will have their largest advantage of this game. They had a 10-0 run that pushed them out to a 25-20 lead. And then Santa Barbara chipped away. Came right back. The Rebels on their own mini run. Stretch to 6 points. And Doug Hughes comes back in, replacing Kyle Milling. That is excellent. Particularly when you're playing against so many pressure, trapping style defenses that the Big West employs. He misses his first foul shot. Now 3 for 4 is Didon Thomas. And Ray Kelly will set the controls for the Gauchos. Thomas defends him. And kicks the basketball. We've got a time into the 4, 7:05 to play first half. The Running Rebels of UNLV have a 6-point edge on Santa Barbara.
How many dealerships did you visit before coming to Toyota of Marina Del Rey?
4 dealerships.
About 3.
4. A lot.
What's important to you?
What I'm getting and what I'm spending for it. Probably the best price.
What'd you think?
Very courteous, very helpful.
Highly recommend them. Bingo!
Now celebrating 10 years of making better deals. Toyota of Marina Del Rey on Lincoln Boulevard at the foot of the Marina Freeway.
The Ford Explorer is such a great idea that if you were to get anything else, you'd spend all of your time explaining why you did that. And now that the 93 Explorer has 4-wheel anti-lock brakes, well, you just never hear the end of it. So the only thing left for you to do is pick your color. Nice.
Fantasy trip to the College Basketball Championships only from ESPN. Executive Jet Aviation takes you and 4 friends to New Orleans as VIPs. Limousine, Hotel Intercontinental Suite, the best seats for all the games, and $2,500. Dine in famous restaurants, get a new camcorder, and more great stuff. No phone call required. Enter the Fab 5 Fantasy Basketball Weekend by mail or call 1-900-370-FAB5. It's a 95-cent call. You must be 18 or over. Sponsored by Pizza Hut and Quaker State.
We told you about the wild and crazies at the Thunderdome tonight, with nobody wild and crazier than that man. Jonathan Winters, he's a Santa Barbara resident and loves to come watch Gaucho basketball. He's here for the big one tonight.
A good friend of mine, Steve. I did a movie with him, and he's a maniac Cincinnati Reds baseball fan. The time that we did the movie together, the Dodgers were busy catching up to Cincinnati and passing them for the pennant. He died every day. We had breakfast every day, and he was like, they lost another game. The name of the movie was The Fish That Saved Pittsburgh, which is a forgettable movie, but I had a great time with Jonathan, and we've been friends since then.
Well, a lot of the heroes down in Los Angeles live here. Those are the stars of Hollywood. It's off of Jones' left leg and out of bounds, and Jones, who's off to an excellent start with 14 points. Again, his uncle passed away last week, went to the funeral today, and he is very focused for this game. You might remember Jared Haas of California when his father passed away, and he came back with an excellent performance in Cal's victory over UCLA. A foul goes against Paul Johnson. And there is Idris Jones, his uncle Ron. And almost see that black patch on his left shoulder, and he's wearing that in honor of his uncle. J.R. Ryder at the foul line. They have defended Ryder extremely well. He has only 5 points, well under his 28.4 average that leads the Big West Conference. Dwayne Carter comes back in for Santa Barbara. Again, he did not start against New Mexico State. He had 12 of those 17 in the second half as the Rebels blew out New Mexico State and took the lead in the Big West with a record of 10-2 over the Aggies' 10-3 mark. Paul Johnson with 3 fouls must go to the sideline. Ray Kelly to Doug Muse, and he snuck it in. The defense turned their back, and Kelly looked like he was going to take a jump shot.
Ray Kelly caught the UNLV defense napping. As he went up for the shot, they all turned for the rebound. Doug Muse was paying attention. Got the easy pass with the easy layup.
And Ryder's trying to make some fans who have been harassing him here at the Dome. A 6-point UNLV lead. The alley-oop to Muse is read beautifully by Everett Gray. Reggie Manuel goes right around Idris Jones but misses the shot. And Manuel got it back, and a foul is called against Santa Barbara.
UNLV will run the fast break even when the other team makes a basket. They get down very quickly, and they have a good pattern for setting up for quick shots off of the fast break. Here we see Manuel go up, misses a layup, but he's right there for the rebound, puts it back up and gets fouled.
Manuel misses the first foul shot. He's a 76% shooter. But as a team, Las Vegas only leading by 6 in spite of shooting 11 of 16 from the floor, and Santa Barbara only shooting 10 of 23. Manuel makes the second, and the lead is now 7. That is their biggest advantage of the game. And Reggie now 1 of 3 from the foul line. J.J. Polk in the game. He's number 20. And Jones gets him the ball now. Idris. Oh, he missed terribly that time, and Dexter Boney grabs the rebound and almost turned it over. A traveling violation against Reggie Manuel. Chris Ford and Michael Meyer come back in for the Gauchos. They do not want this game to get away from them. First meeting at Las Vegas, Santa Barbara had a 4-point lead. And the Rebels went on a 10-0 run and completely took over the basketball game. It was the closing moments of the first half. We have 5:08 to play in the first half here.
Fast break basketball can get you big leads like that. There are many times when just the sequence of the plays make it possible for a team to just run away. Coach Massimino was on the court that time. I think they're going to talk to him about that if he keeps it up.
Michael Meyer misses the 3. Rebound, Dedon Thomas. Rebels running 4-on-3. Boney misses. And Kelly wants to push it. They count the basket. No, they don't.
No basket. No basket, and it'll be a blocking foul before the shot was taken.
Well, I saw the arm in the air and thought he was going to say it was good, but he pointed right at the official dropping, or the player. So it's just Santa Barbara's basketball. Michael Meyer again. This time he hits the 3. And it's a 4-point game.
UCSB wants to get Michael Meyer in the game and making those shots. That means that UNLV will not be able to pay all the attention they have been paying to Idris Jones.
The foul goes against J.R. Ryder. And the money man for Rolly Massimino picks up personal foul number 2.
We're going to watch Ryder right now and see what happened underneath. That was a very ticky-tack foul. If there was one, I didn't see it. Of course, I'm not on the court, but that seemed to be very superficial.
That was the Running Rebels 7, so Dwayne Carter will be at the free throw line for 1 plus the penalty, a 63% foul shooter. He makes the first, but get this, in Big West play, here at the Thunderdome, the friendly confines, UCSB has only shot 54% from the line. On the road in Big West play, they've shot 75%. Figure that.
That's not usually the way it works.
Carter makes them both. It's a 2-point game, 34-32.
J.R. Ryder is not playing the game with his head. He's playing the game very emotionally. He just wanted to come in and hit somebody, anybody. He did, and the ref saw it, and now he's going to be on the bench. Here we see him. He just goes up and jumps right into view, hoping to draw a foul. Not smart play.
Well, after he did not start against New Mexico State and only scored 17, all the papers in Las Vegas were saying UNLV can win without Ryder. Let's see how they do in the final 3:45 of the first half. Michael Meyer misses the three, and the rebound goes to Didon Thomas, who's gotten every single loose ball, it seems like, the last 4 minutes. Blocking foul goes against Chris Ford. UC Santa Barbara is a deeper team than Las Vegas, but they are not as talented offensively. Gary Pym knows that he has numbers on the bench. He has told his players, hey, we have to play 40 minutes of outstanding defense. 40 minutes of in-your-face defense. And Loris Thomas has missed the first of 2 foul shots. Young man, a 6'1" freshman from Elizabeth, New Jersey. They really think once Didon Thomas graduates, he might be their point guard his junior and senior season. He makes 1 of 2.
He certainly has the outside shooting ability to really make it a good choice for point guard for UNLV.
3:31 first half. It's 35-32. Running Rebels.
So you're really giving all of this up? Who knows what's right? All I know is how I feel. And I'm feeling I missed enough of Jenny's life already. I don't want to miss any more. You guys going to be okay on one salary? Actually, our broker at Payne Weber made it a little easier. When she heard I was pregnant, she got us to start investing long term. To give us some more options down the road. How'd she know you were thinking about all this back then? I'm not sure I was. Until she asked.
Introducing the new Subaru Impreza airbag. Although this isn't a unique Subaru feature, it's one of the few parts we don't mind sharing with our competition. It's one of the 3,867 reasons the new Subaru Impreza is not just another new car.
Things that are worth the most. Which is why every Delta faucet gives you more than you'd ever expect for the money. Giving you the money for those things you can't even put a value on. Delta, the way water is brought to life.
There's the former coach of the University of Nevada, Las Vegas. 1972 to 1992 left last year. We'll be talking with him at the half. This is his first game that Las Vegas has played that he has been at live. At halftime, the Delta Faucet report. Number 7, Kansas upset by Iowa State. Number 16, Tulane and Temple. And a talk, of course, with the Shark, Jerry Tarkanian. J.R. Ryder with 3 fouls, visiting with assistant coach Jay Wright.
J.R. should be pretty disappointed in the fact that he got an offensive foul for his 3rd foul. That's not the way to play the game.
Chris Ford has it swatted away. Kelly takes it hard, and Muse misses the easy layup. De'Don Thomas, what fast hands.
De'Don Thomas does a great job coming in off the perimeter, creating havoc in the middle, and then getting back out to the perimeter to guard his man. He's doing an excellent job.
What a big momentum swing. Looked like Santa Barbara was going to cut the lead to 1. Muse misses the layup, and then Reggie Manuel hits a 3. But Chris Ford hits the 2-pointer, and it's a 3-point game. Rebels lead with 2:40 to play. The steal by Michael Meyer.
UNLV got a little too anxious that time, tried to force the ball inside. They had worked a good play, but they need more patience.
Kelly with the pull-up. In his high school days at Reardon High School in San Francisco, they called him Baby Magic. Hughes rebound. Santa Barbara can take the lead. Chris Ford gives the Gauchos the lead. The crowd is involved. That's just what Jerry Pym wanted. And the Thunder meter has hit 100. Everett Gray takes a bad shot.
Again, UNLV is playing into UCSB's hands. Everett Gray is their interior player. He just took a 3-pointer. That's not what they want from him.
Chris Ford misses this time, and the crowd quiets. Everett Gray with the jam and a chance for 3. Oh, they're going to call him for a foul, for kicking. The basket will count. I think the foul is on Everett Gray for kicking.
Everett Gray gets up, makes the dunk.
Yeah.
Yes, he definitely took a swing at Doug Muse with his foot. That was a good call by the official. The official needs to discourage that type of play every time they can.
3 fouls on Gray, 3 fouls on Ryder.
Muse fouled Gray when he went up for the dunk. Gray retaliated. The refs called both fouls.
This really puts Rolly Massimino in a difficult situation. His 2 star players, Gray and Ryder, have 3 fouls. They must come out. Meanwhile, Jerry Pym is at the other end talking with official Terry Tackett, but there is Everett Gray.
Basketball is a very emotional game, but when your emotions take total control and you do stupid things, it's not the way to go.
Well, they'll put Gray at the free throw line. Apparently a foul against Muse, but then they called a double foul after the kick by Gray. So they'll send Idris Jones to the foul line, a 76% foul shooter, for 2 shots. But it was Muse, the guy he fouled, so now the officials realize what's going on, and it'll be Doug Muse to the free throw line. They try to send Jones, a 76% foul shooter, and Muse only 57. Now Doug must take the 2. 53% foul shooter, excuse me. UNLV leads by 1. Muse can tie it. And does.
There are times when it's hard to shoot and you're out there by yourself shooting a technical. But I don't know. Sometimes I would imagine that just the pressure of the game is the thing that really makes people miss free throws.
Think there's any pressure on this guy?
Rolly doesn't look like he's too happy out there.
This is his first visit to Santa Barbara and the Thunderdome. It has been all as advertised. Kelly wants to play the clock. There's 33 in the shot clock and 45 on the game clock. A separation of about 14 seconds. Milling is in the game, trying to post up on Manuel. That's a mismatch, 6'8" on 6'3". 10 now in the shot clock. Here goes Kelly. Knocked away by Haygood. Milling gets it back and misses terribly. And here goes Lawrence Thomas. The clock was off. The shot clock was off, but there was 9 seconds left. Michael Meyer in and out. Carter's return no good. And UNLV leads at halftime, 42-40. Jerry Pym very pleased with the way his team played in that first half. We're at the half. Now let's go back to our studios and John Saunders.
All right, Stephen Cream, thanks a lot. When this game was played earlier this season at UNLV, it was not even close. But the Thunderdome...
I think they do a great job of running the ball, and they shoot it real well. They're extremely quick, and surprisingly, they play great post defense. It's incredible how good their post defense is.
This is the first time you've had a chance to see the Running Rebels live. You've seen them on TV. You're here tonight because of your friendship with Jerry Pym. You guys share the same doctor, I understand. And how is your health? Because what, you're going to have angioplasty next week?
I feel good. I hope I'm healthy. I'll find out soon, I guess, but I feel good. No, Jerry and I are friends, but the reason I'm here is my doctor is here, and I get my physical here every year. This is my 3rd trip down here because obviously I'm having some problems, and I think, you know, he's my doctor.
Well, Jerry, do you miss coaching, and would you like to get back in?
You know, I miss the association with the players, and I miss the excitement of the games and the practices right now. But by the other token, you know, I'm really not sure if I can handle it. You know, I really went through a lot lately, and I feel really burned out to a certain degree. So right now, I just don't feel like doing anything. I just going to try to get healthy again.
You know, I remember visiting with you a couple of years ago, and I said, what do you love about the game? And you said, the kids. I love the kids.
Well, I love the association with them. It's really great. I had a chance to see them all yesterday and visit with them. It's wonderful. You know, they're a great group of guys, and I really think they're playing great. I'm just amazed at how well they're playing, considering they really don't have a lot of size, and they've overcome that with quickness and shooting and incredible post defense, considering they're guarding big people with little people.
That's a tremendous promo for the coach who replaces you, Rolly Massimino. Hey, you're great friends with Jerry Pym. You've got your old kids here. Got to ask you, who you pulling for?
Well, you know, I love these kids. UNLV, the players are my guys, and I love them very dearly. And, you know, obviously I got to pull for them.
All right, Jerry. Hey, best of luck to you next week.
Thank you.
All right, Jerry.
First, I want to wish Jimmy Valvano the very best. Jimmy's one of my very best friends, and I know he's had some problems, and I really want to wish him the very best.
Oh, bless your heart. Jerry Tarkanian, former coach at UNLV, will come back here at half with UC Santa Barbara trailing the Running Rebels of Las Vegas 42-40.
The Isuzu Rodeo was voted Best Buy for import sport utility vehicles by Motor Trend magazine in 1991. And again in 92. And yet again in 93. Now, we're not complaining. But we don't know how much more of this we can take. The Isuzu Rodeo. Practically amazing.
We're working overtime on the premiere of Fleer Ultra NBA basketball cards with tons of white-hot action, marbleized borders, 3D graphics, gold foil stamping, even a super glossy UV coating. So now that you know how much quality goes into Fleer Ultra, you'll agree you can't buy a better basketball card.
We know we see all the men you have to be, just how much you give, all the lives you live.
From Gillette Sensor Technology comes the Gillette Series, shaving, aftershave, and deodorant products to help a man look, feel, and be his best. The Gillette Series with Gillette Sensor, it's redefining men's grooming.
Never stop proving yourself in the city.
You got to be consistent, and you got to come correct. Every time you go outside, it's time to lace up the boots, the battlefield.
People saw you play in different areas, so you got a reputation all around the city.
Sometimes a guy will say something like, yo, I'll block your dunk. You got to block me every night because I'm hungry.
If anybody has any doubts, they can meet me in the park uptown, Forest Playground. Any doubters, come try it.
It's time to stop talking, and it's time to bounce the ball.
If you got game, they're going to tell you got game. If you don't, you lame. Simple as that.
ESPN's NCAA basketball is brought to you by Budweiser, the king of beers with that fresh, pure, natural taste. Nothing beats a Bud. And by Buick and your local Buick dealers. Remember Buick, the new symbol for quality in America.
Back at the halftime, 42-40, UNLV has the lead on UC Santa Barbara. Steve Fiziak back with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Guard play was so important that first half, Kareem, and De'Don Thomas really set the tempo offensively and defensively for the Rebs.
De'Don Thomas did an excellent job of taking advantage of what was available to him. Here we'll watch him in the open court. There's a lot of confusion in the lane. He just goes right down the lane when his man gets lost and makes the easy layup.
Meantime, for Santa Barbara, their number 3, Idris Jones, was hitting the 3.
Idris was getting loose on the perimeter and putting him in. Here he fakes Boney up in the air and it steps back and hits the three-pointer. He's been on it.
He had 14 in the first half, 64% shooting by the Running Rebels, although they only lead by 2. Santa Barbara with 86% from the foul line. They've out-rebounded the Running Rebels 19-17. And they are down on the turnover side by 3.
UCSB is only hitting, is not hitting 50% of their three-pointers, but Idris Jones is hitting 4 for 7. He's over 50%. He's hot. He's on it.
He leads everybody in scoring with 14. Muse gave the Gauchos 7. Dexter Boney had 10. Gray had 9, but Lawrence Thomas with an excellent first half. The freshman came off the bench to give him 9. J.R. Ryder only 3 shots from the field in the first half for 6 points. Ryder comes back out to play. He's playing with 3 fouls, and so is Everett Gray. And there is J.R. Ryder, likely All-American this year from Las Vegas. They will go with Meyer, Johnson, Muse, Idris Jones, and Kelly for the Gauchos. And it is Thomas, Manuel, Ryder, Boney, and Gray for UNLV. Santa Barbara wants the tempo from the get-go. They get a load at Jones, and he takes it right into Everett Gray. They want to go low post to try and get that 4th foul on Gray.
A 4th foul on Everett Gray would really keep UNLV from having any strong pivot play.
J.R. Ryder spots up beautifully. We told you only 3 shots first half. He takes his first and knocks down the 3, and that's 9 points for J.R. Ryder. 45-40. UNLV leads. Their biggest advantage has been 7.
Coach Massimino's told his players to play smart and do what they know they can do to win. The emotional play that they exhibited in the first half only got them in foul trouble.
16 on the shot clock. Paul Johnson will step up and score. He was not defended well by Dexter Boney along the baseline.
UCSB is now playing a man-to-man.
Ryder wants to take Johnson. And he threw the ball right into Johnson's face. Hughes can't finish, and Kelly was held and fouled. It'll be UCSB basketball.
going to watch J.R. Ryder just try to take control of the game by himself and not play a smart game. He gives the ball up to Paul Johnson with no really tough defense playing against him. He's going to have to get his head in the game and do what he needs to do within the framework of teamwork.
Dexter Boney on Michael Meyer. Reggie Manuel on Idris Jones. Hughes gets it low. He's double teamed. And he has had such tough luck down that low post. Several that hung on the rim and fell off.
Those low post baskets would have UCSB in the lead right now.
You know, they're defending Ryder well, and he continues to try and force it into the double team. Somebody's got to be open.
J.R. Ryder is allowing UCSB to frustrate him. He's got to play within the framework of what his team wants to do.
He gets the ball low, and Johnson strips him again. 13th turnover. Kelly is fouled by Lawrence Thomas, who checked in at the last dead ball.
We're watching Ray Kelly bring the ball up. He's just going to attack the hoop and get fouled. Again, UNLV is not playing smart. They're not helping each other on defense. They're not getting the offensive plays that they should be getting.
Jones. Pretty shot. He's got 16. Ryder. It's a great extension of the shot, but misses. And a chance for the Gauchos to reclaim the lead.
We've seen the last 4 times down the court, J.R. Ryder cause something to make his team lose the basketball.
What is that, a greased pig on the floor? Nobody could get a handle on it. Finally, Reggie Manuel is guilty of the foul, his 3rd. I remember around baseball games, they used to have that greased pig and let the ball players run after it.
Looks like there's some grease on the basketball out there.
Deion Thomas back in the game for Lawrence Thomas. He's defending Ray Kelly. Muse. It's swatted away by J.R. Ryder. And a violation is called against Doug Muse.
Muse went for a little bit too much then. He had the easy shot, tried to take it to the hoop, and someone was in his way. He got called for the offensive foul. That was a good call.
And that's his 3rd. Down low, Gray. Good move and another foul. If it's Muse, it's his 4th.
We're going to watch what UNLV really wants to do. They want to get it to their post-up player in good position. Here Muse plays the high side and gives Gray an easy lane for the layup.
Doug Muse picks up his 4th foul. He must go to the sideline. In comes Dwayne Carter to play the post. Kyle Milling comes in for Paul Johnson. And Jerry Pym continues to teach. UNLV's 2nd best foul shooting team in the Big West Conference behind Utah State, who shoots 72, and the Rebels shoot 70%. They have an 48-44 advantage inside 17 minutes to go.
Coach Massimino is telling his players to be smart.
And Dexter Boney forces a turnover. Paul Johnson comes back in, replacing Kyle Milling. That was like a 20-second break. And Foley sends out the offensive instructions to Deion Thomas.
Dwayne Carter is a more agile player than Kyle Milling, and he fouls less.
Paul Johnson picks up his 4th foul, so Muse has 4, Paul Johnson has 4, and all of the great low post defenders are in trouble. They're calling it on Carter.
That foul was on Carter.
They're calling it on Carter. That's his 3rd.
Carter was pushing on the waist. That push underneath is what you will get called for.
Dexter Boney Spins out, Meyer rebound.
We just saw J.R. Ryder do something he hadn't done, and that was pass the ball when he should have passed it.
Kelly misses the easy layup, but Paul Johnson does not. Oh, and Ryder was fouled. He was pushed by Santa Barbara's Paul Johnson, and now we will see the fourth foul.
Paul Johnson gets a little bit too excited trying to make the great play. This was a bad pass. If Paul Johnson had kept his hands off of Ryder, he never would have had the opportunity to catch it.
So Johnson shakes his head, comes out of the lineup, and Kyle Milling goes back in. An important run here with Johnson on the sideline, and the Rebels leading by 2:48-46, 16-13 to go. Ryder continues to struggle from the field. Michael Meyer. Gauchos up by 1.
Michael Meyer is the other Gaucho that is very dangerous.
Idris Jones gets the steal. Ryder gets it low, and Carter on the alley-oop.
UCSB has taken advantage of the confusion of UNLV to go down and get easy baskets off the fast break.
Great pass from Ryder. And Dedan Thomas scores. 15-18 to play. The lead is 1 for Santa Barbara. Reggie Manuel rebounds. The Carter miss. Ryder from 10. And the Rebels back in front. Oh, Carter's upset. A pick was sent on him by Dedan Thomas, and Dwayne Carter is furious. He's defending Everett Gray down, or trying to post up down low against Everett Gray.
UNLV is playing a zone underneath to keep Ryder and Gray out of foul trouble.
UCSB works the shot clock down now to 15. Jones fires, misses, and Thomas finds Ryder, who can't score. Carter rebounds. Jones with the pull-up. He hits. Idris Jones with 18 points.
Idris Jones is beating everybody down the court, and his teammates are doing a great job of finding him open on the wing. Those are easy jumpers for him.
Milling outfights his teammate Carter for the rebound. Excellent game here in Santa Barbara. It's 53-52. 13:42 to play. Las Vegas in first place in the Big West Conference just by a half game over New Mexico State, who they will meet next week on Big Monday. Rebels have a record of 10-2. Their only losses to Pacific and to Long Beach State. And a foul is called with 11 seconds left in the shot clock. Foul goes against Dedan Thomas. 13-18 to play in this game. Time out on the floor. It's Santa Barbara 53, Las Vegas 52.
The Buick LeSabre, Family Circle Magazine's Domestic Family Car of the Year. LeSabre won by finishing first in important family categories like value, comfort, dealer satisfaction, performance, safety, style, and of course, dependability. Buick LeSabre, a welcome addition to the American family.
New Fleer Ultra Basketball has tons of action, 3D graphics, gold foil stamping, and UV coating. Fleer Ultra. You can't buy a better basketball card.
We thought we'd been everywhere, seen everything. we were raw.
We're back to the bone. We're back to the bone.
These guys were weird, and we liked it. Later, they took us to the Tower of Bud. Brother, tomorrow we ride again.
You are here. She has the traveler's checks here. Uh-oh. Well, how about American Express traveler's checks for 2? The only checks either of you can use. Don't leave home without them.
1 week from tonight, our big Monday triple header has Syracuse against St. John's at 7:30. Then at 9:30, the Oklahoma Sooners against Oklahoma State in a Sooner State battle. Number 13 UNLV against New Mexico State for possibly a battle for the Big West Championship. Here's a look at the Big West right now. Running Rebels in first place, and the Aggies of New Mexico State right behind, a half game back. Cal State Fullerton and Pacific at 9-5. Long Beach State 9-6, and Santa Barbara trying to win their 7th Big West game. Gauchos lead by 1. And did Idris Jones hit the sideline? He did with the dribble.
Dexter Bonnie created that turnover with excellent defensive pressure. He put Jones in an awkward position, and he turned it over.
So the Rebels get it back with a chance to reclaim the lead. It's feed on Thomas, Cedric Gray, Dexter Boney, J.R. Ryder, and Ken Gibson. He is their three-point gun. Thomas looking to kick it out and does, and Boney misses. Kelly misses the drive, and Gibson rebounds. Both these point guards have played a special game. Everett Gray hits the 3. Rebels back in front, 55-53.
Everett Gray is not usually heard from at that distance. He stopped and popped that one. That's a dagger in your heart if you're UCSB.
Hey, I saw him earlier this year, and they went against Marquette, who has a 7-footer by the name of Jim McIlvaine. And Gray, to start the game, went outside, hit 3 bombs, and virtually made McIlvaine unimportant the rest of the night. He had to come out and defend him, and then Gray just slid right past him. Jones tried to cut back door, but the defense was there. Kyle Milling loses it on his way up, and he will be at the free throw line for 2 shots.
Everett Gray has picked up his 4th foul. I don't think he's going to be in the game too much longer.
Now they're sending Fred Haygood to the scores table. And Haygood's strictly an inside player. Muse with 4 for Santa Barbara. Johnson, Carter have 3 each. Gray with 4. Ryder has 3, and Manuel has 3. We're checking with the scores table right now. We believe that Paul Johnson might have 4 fouls. They may have given it to another player. Meantime, Kyle Milling ties the game with a pair of foul shots. Yes, Paul Johnson has 4 fouls. J.R. Ryder. He hits.
J.R. Ryder showing us his versatility as an offensive player. They've shut him down inside. He's gone outside and knocked a couple of them down. He's not going to be held out of this game.
Michael Meyer can't respond. Milling tries to get it back up, but he's fouled, and he will go back to the foul line. And the foul goes against Haygood. And they'll send Reggie Manuel. So it looks like Rolly Massimino will be forced to go to even a smaller lineup. Paul Johnson with 4 fouls. He is on the sideline. Everett Gray has 4 fouls. He too is on the sideline for Las Vegas. And Kyle Milling, only a 57% foul shooter, hits 3 in a row. There's Gray, who averages better than 15 points per game in such a big region. UNLV is 17-3. Made his last 4. And the Gauchos have cut the Rebels' lead to 1.
You know you can get cash just across the street. But did you know you can get cash all across the country? Using the same card you use at the cash machines at home. That is, when your card has a plus. Because plus marks the spot for cash when you travel. At cash machines in big cities and small towns. In all 50 states and beyond. So check your card and name your street.
On the next Time Tracks, when Darien takes on a high-tech killer from the future.
Who's going to stop me? I am.
It turns into a battle that could mean the end for both of them.
Goodbye, Lambert.
On the next Time Tracks. And a reckless cop.
Sometimes I feel like I'm just losing it.
Pushes Peter to the edge.
Hey, this is the kick in the head!
And puts Kane in a war zone. Kung Fu, the legend continues. Check local listings for time and station in your area.
Goodbye, old Regal. Hello, new Regal. The 1993 Buick Regal sedan. This story isn't unusual. There's a real love affair between Buick owners and their automobiles. And the latest J.D. Power & Associates initial quality study ranks Regal sedan as the best car in its price class. The great American love story belongs to Buick.
NHL hockey this Saturday. The Sabres are led by two of the NHL's top scorers, Pat LaFontaine and Alexander Mogilny. The Canadiens all-star goaltender, Patrick Roy, stands in the way. That is ESPN's NHL hockey this Saturday at 8 o'clock Eastern Time. The fans absolutely crazy. They passed out 2,300 seats in 9 minutes. Except they do not tell the fans where they can get the tickets because they don't want a mob to be at one place camping out with tents. So what they do is they announce it on the radio. What was funny, there were bicycles just driving around the campus listening to the radios. And as soon as they made the announcement, all these bikes were streaking in one direction.
A good basketball program can really unite the student body. At UCLA, we had kids that would sleep outside of Pollard Pavilion for the weekend, study in the rain just to get tickets for the walk-up tickets.
Here's some scores from around college basketball. Old Dominion, a winner by 11. And Manhattan wins by 12 over St. Peter's.
The Jaspers.
You're a big fan of the Jaspers.
I was raised in Jasper country, right on the northern end of Manhattan there.
Well, here it's a one-point game. UNLV leads UCSB with the Gauchos with the basketball.
Manhattan College is actually in the Bronx.
Good hook shot by Kyle Menning, and the Gauchos are up 59-58. Ryder has it knocked out of bounds by Chris Ford.
We're watching J.R. Ryder be a lot more successful when he's looking to pass before he looks to score. They're playing him to score. When he makes the passes, he sets up his teammates and actually is getting himself free for shots.
And he set a great pick to free Didon Thomas that time.
He freed Didon Thomas up that time because everybody's leaning toward his offensive abilities.
Stolen by Haygood. Bad pass by Ford. And Ryder gets out. Oh! He threw that one down.
J.R. Ryder is very angry at this point, and he wants to show everybody that he's number one in this building. He's doing a good job of it now.
He's got 16. Chris Ford hits. And cuts the lead to 1. Ryder misses. Kelly has it knocked out of his hands. Manuel has it swiped by Milling. And a foul by Dexter Boney as Carter tried to take it to the hoop.
Dexter Boney did an excellent job of catching the fast break and denying the layup opportunity. That was all that they could hope for at that time, and they got a good play from him. Here we'll see Milling make the block. UCSB is gone on the fast break. They passed the ball very well, but there's Bonnie making a defensive play, sending them to the free throw line.
Dexter Boney with the foul, and Dwayne Carter goes to the foul line. We were talking about Santa Barbara's free throw shooting. In Big West play, only 54%. Tonight, they are 10 for 11. That's a huge reason why they're hanging in this game.
UNLV has played into their hands by trying to play physical away from home and getting called for all these fouls. In addition to that, they're making a lot of turnovers.
Boney comes out of the game. Wayne Carter, just a junior. And Carter's second foul shot gives Santa Barbara the lead. They have made 12 of 13 free throws. Kelly almost gets the steal, instead gets the foul. He always has a smile on his face. He's talking with Charlie Raines, the official. Now he looks over at Jerry Pym to get the defensive call and relays it to his teammates. They stay in the man. Carter's on Ryder. Dedon Thomas has been cutting up the man defense. He's just too quick for him. 11 for Dedon.
The UCSB defense has taken a step, even a step and a half toward J.R. Ryder when he gets the ball. That leaves great lanes for everybody else to take advantage of. Dedon Thomas senses that and is doing a great job taking advantage.
Tough break for Ray Kelly, although he will be at the free throw line for 2 shots.
Ray Kelly penetrates the pivot area and does not get picked up in time to play any defense. That's just a good heads-up play on his part.
He'll have 2 shots. The first for a tie. 13 of 14 as a team. We saw, was it Greg Graham from Indiana hit 26 of 28 foul shots, a Big Ten record, as Indiana beat Purdue yesterday. Tied at 64. Perspiration on the floor. And ball boys getting some ESPN airtime. Smile. Say hi, Mom, please. Ray Kelly's second foul shot is good. They've made now 14 for 15. And the lead is 1 for UC Santa Barbara. A whistle, a foul away from the basketball. It will go against Kyle Milling.
Kyle Milling got caught trying to deny pivot position to Haygood. The ref was right on it.
9 minutes, 11 seconds to go. The third foul on Milling. 4 against Johnson, 4 against Muse. So the Santa Barbara big men in trouble. Ryder wants to go. Carter defends him. You know, they're playing Dedon Thomas to drive, and he's still getting by him. Kelly says, Dedon Thomas, take that. (67-64). Ryder ties the game with a 3.
J.R. Ryder is showing supreme confidence in his ability and answering UCSB every time they make a run.
Even though the defense has been designed to close him down, he has 19 points. He was forcing those shots early, and now he's really playing within himself.
J.R. is 23 years old. He's showing some of the maturity that some of his age should show in a situation like this.
Dwayne Carter. And Ryder went past Carter and got fouled. And it'll be 1 plus the penalty for J.R. Ryder. The foul went against Dwayne Carter, and that's his 4th. So the big people for Santa Barbara really in trouble. Milling has 3. Carter has 4. Johnson has 4. And Doug Muse has 4 fouls. So they bring in a guard, Philip Turner. And Ryder misses the front end of the 1-and-1, but Gray rebounds and then loses the basketball. Philip Turner in to give Ray Kelly a little blow. Milling is double teamed and almost turns it over, but then is fouled by Las Vegas. It goes against Didon Thomas. His second personal foul. And Idris Jones comes back in. He has been their highest scorer for the game with 18 points.
UCSB is going to be counting on Idris to stay as hot as he has been. He's been blazing. He's kept him in this game emotionally.
Well, this is an interesting situation. Terry Tackett says the basket is good, but had it fallen out, he was going to call a foul because there was so much activity in the lanes. Kyle Milling, meantime, has made 5 straight foul shots. This one falls out. Ryder rebounds. As a team, they're now 15 of 17. Gray with the bucket. And a warning from the officials for Everett Gray. He had knocked the basketball. A timeout on the floor. The basket counts. Jerry Pym wanted a technical foul call against Everett Gray. 7:27 to play. Santa Barbara by 1.
In these belt-tightening times, your budget could probably use a breather. That's why you should tune in to Home Shopping Club for breathtaking savings on the latest looks, things that glitter, help for your home, and high-tech fun. All delivered right to your door. Home Shopping Club membership is free and automatic with your first purchase, and satisfaction is guaranteed. It's just the kind of relief your budget needs. Home Shopping Club. Great bargains, guaranteed.
The first thing we wanted to do in '93 was put our money in a safe place. So we got a new Toyota truck. Right off the bat, you got high resale and low maintenance. And not only are financing rates low right now, factory incentives meant we needed a smaller down payment. That's a pretty good deal for a truck where practically the only thing you got to do is change the oil. Our Toyota's right in line with the way we look at '93. We want to spend less. We want to get more.
I'm ready.
This is it. Outside the Lines, February 28th.
Here's a look at tonight's storyline. Las Vegas shooting 56%. Ryder at the first half at 6. He's had 13 in the second half. Santa Barbara 15 for 17 from the line. And Idris Jones 4 of 8 3-pointers to go with his 18 points. Everett Gray was warned again not to delay the game. Here's what he did. After dunking the basketball, he'll hold it to keep it from Kyle Milling. Now, this is the second time this has been called, and that's why Jerry Pym was arguing for a technical foul. That did not come. Everett Gray playing with 4 fouls. 7:27 remain in this contest. And the Gauchos have the basketball and a 1-point lead. Steve Fiziak with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar at the Thunderdome in Santa Barbara.
Steve, we're going to see which team is the better defensive team, and we're going to see which team is better under pressure. We have a 1-point game. This is when it's called crunch time.
Santa Barbara has had so many of those shots just knock around the rim and fall off. Gray goes around Milling. Good pass inside to Ryder. He is 21. Las Vegas back in front by 1. Jones. He hits again. 18 for Idris. Young man is tonight. And Ray Kelly visits with official Terry Tackett.
A lot of times when you have something that's really bothering you, being able to play a basketball game is a great release. I think that's what's happening with Idris Jones. He's had a personal tragedy in his life. This basketball game is very important to him. He can concentrate on it and not have to think about the other bad things that are happening in his life right now.
It's like he has set his jaw and just totally focused on nothing but this game. Milling defending Gray. Thomas. Boy, they gave him so much room and he still escaped. And a foul will be called against Ray Kelly.
Don Thomas is being given a lot of leeway to drive to the basket. He's taking it. He's going all the way in there and seeing what he can create.
I mean, they're playing a good 3 feet off him, and he's still not taking the 15-foot shot and still flying by them. Dwayne Carter comes back in. He's playing with 4 fouls. Kyle Milling takes a break.
With a play as quick as Thomas, you want to take away his initial step. To do that, you should be up on him, playing his favorite side, sending him to his weak side, and hoping that you get help.
And Thomas drops the first foul shot.
Free throws will be big in this game, going down to the wire.
And even though UCSB is very, very hot in this game from the foul line, UNLV is the second best foul shooting team in the conference. Deon Thomas now with 13 points. His career best is 15. He did that against Cal State Fullerton earlier this year. Las Vegas extends the defense a bit more, but they're still playing zone. Alley-oop to Michael Meyer.
UCSB set up UNLV very well on that play. Michael Meyer is not the one that they expect to be getting the alley-oop.
Well, Everett Gray not only hits the 3 and quiets the crowd, he stares at them as if to say, how dare you howl at us. 20 points for Everett Gray.
Those bombs from outside have been a dagger in the heart of UCSB.
And when your big man can hit him like Everett Gray can, that makes it so difficult to defend. Paul Johnson has to come out to get the basketball. Ray Kelly. They play him for the drive, and he slides by.
Ray Kelly is getting layups because Gray and Ryder can't come over for the block. They've got too many fouls.
Idris Jones. Carter racing for the basketball. Instead, Las Vegas has it. Deon. Not this time. Tough break. Oh, he is so quick. And Gary Pym wants the tempo back. He'll work the clock. We are tied at 76 with 4:10 to go. And the crowd howling. A foul called against the Running Rebels. It goes against Reggie Manuel. Well, Kareem talked at the start of this game how important it was for UCSB to get off to a quick start to keep the crowd in the game. They did that, and they have stayed in the game because they fed off the crowd. Every time they seemed to have maybe lost a little adrenaline, the crowd gave them the lift.
They fed off the crowd, and they fed off the man on the free throw line, Idris Jones.
Oh, has he been special tonight? 20 points.
Idris has been totally in this game, making his shots and being an emotional lift for his team.
21 now. I talked with Bobby Castagna, the assistant coach for Santa Barbara, and I said, who's your toughest kid? And he said, Idris Jones. Mentally, physically, fundamentally, he's just tough, and he's showing that in spite of a personal tragedy. 22 points for Idris Jones, and Santa Barbara has a 78-76 lead.
Bill Walsh for Sharp.
In sports, you'd better know where your X's and O's are. It's no different in business. You need a game plan. And Sharp's got winning game plans for your business. A booklet that'll help you find the right copier, like Sharp's high-volume duplicating system that's going to increase your productivity and reduce your operating expenses. And how Sharp, the #1 fax company, can show you a plain paper laser fax with the lowest cost per copy in the industry. So call 1-800-B-SHARP for your winning game plan. Believe me, nothing beats winning.
In America, your car doesn't just get you from here to there. It's a part of your life. To give your car complete protection, Texaco has developed Haviland Formula 3 motor oil with not one but 3 kinds of protection against heat stress, starting friction, and engine dirt. Haviland Formula 3. Add more life to your car.
The 7-Up Shootout game makes it easy to win great prizes. Just collect specially marked Uncola caps, and you could win a $10,000 college scholarship, part of a cool million in all. All you gotta do is spell shoot, or spell out, and win one of 500 luxury cruises for 4. So start collecting those Uncola caps. You could really clean up. The 7-Up Shootout game. If you can spell it, you can win it.
Tomorrow, Super Tuesday on ESPN, #1 rated Indiana takes on Ohio State. Calvert Change is closing in on the Big Ten scoring title. That's a 7:30 game. That will be followed by Alabama at LSU. James Robinson is the Crimson Tide star. You can watch that game at 9:30, Super Tuesday on ESPN. We just saw Jones go to Michael Myers. UNLV was playing a zone.
When you play the zone that way, your back is turned to the weak side. Mike Myers just snuck in from the weak side. They had that play set up at the timeout, and he went up and got the easy jam.
Both teams with 3 timeouts remaining. Next hell ball situation will be Running Rebels basketball. 2 shots anytime. Las Vegas fouls. Everett Gray. What a move! And a foul is called against Santa Barbara. No, it's against the Rebels. They count the basket by Everett Gray, and he gets the... If Gray gets the foul, he's fouled out.
Everett Gray fakes Dwayne Carter out of his shoes, goes up, makes the jam. Ray Kelly is standing underneath the basket there. That should not have been a call.
The basket does count. Rolling Massimino furious because I think for a moment he thought the basket, they said it was no good. But the foul went against Everett Gray, and he has 5. He has to come off the floor. So Ken Gibson goes in to replace Everett Gray, and look at the scoring night he has had. This will change their strategy.
Everett Gray has been a bulwark inside. Coach Massimino is really complaining about the fact that Kelly was standing underneath the basket when they call the foul. That's supposed to be a no call.
Well, he just kicked the desk right in front of us.
He was trying to kick you, Steve.
I thought it was you. But he just told one of the officials to look at the replay on our ESPN monitor. Of course, Terry Tackett said, no, I'm not.
If we looked at the replay, you see Ray Kelly standing directly underneath the basket.
Kelly drops the free throw, and Santa Barbara's in front by 2, 80-78. Inside, 3:39 to go. Idris Jones almost steals. De'Don Thomas gets it back. De'Don gets the pick. 14 on the shot clock. Boney takes Meyer. And Meyer blocks the shot over to Johnson.
Coach Massimino doesn't like our monitor here.
He just smacked his fist against it. It is Santa Barbara's basketball. They're trying to post up Carter because Everett Gray is out of the game, and Reggie Manuel, who's 5 inches shorter, is defending him. Kelly has it knocked away by Las Vegas. Only 9 on the shot clock. Jones reads it. He lobs low to Carter, who just threw it up terribly. And a foul is called.
UCSB missed a golden opportunity to get a good shot that time. They seem to stall in the middle of their offense. They can't do that. That's what poise is all about. Pushing through until you get the good shot.
Paul Johnson gets the foul, really a silly one, and he is gone. So one of the best defensive players for UCSB has fouled out. Everett Gray is gone for the Running Rebels, and you can watch the sports reporters coming up next here on ESPN right after this Big West shootout.
Will Coach Massimino buy us a new monitor?
I think that's the risk the monitor takes when it goes to a basketball game. And there is Paul Johnson, fouled out with 9 points. J.R. Ryder, one of the top foul shooters in the league, at better than 84%. He has been iced with the crowd roaring.
Poise under pressure is always a trait that the pro scouts will be looking for.
And that's the trouble he has to look into. He misses the second. So Santa Barbara's lead is 1. Santa Barbara has lost 5 times in the Big West by 6 points or less, and that, Jerry Pym says, is not like his ball club. Traditionally, they have been very good in close games. They're in another one tonight. Kelly looking to penetrate and misses the shot. It is out of bounds to Santa Barbara. So a new clock at 45, and the game clock says 1:44. Timeout on the floor. The Gauchos call it. Ray Kelly misses, but Ryder knocks it out. So the Gauchos will have it when we come back.
I'm down. I shoot a jump shot from 25 feet. They call me Ack-Ack. Cinemax. Showtime.
Stay in the air for 2 or 3 seconds. Make a move. Spin in the air. Hot fudge. Fudgy love. Nightmare on Elm Street. In New York City, we're pretty much known for talking the most junk on the whole planet.
Everybody know I can dribble the ball through rush hour subway and not get the ball stolen.
See, everybody knows I'm going left, but nobody in the whole city has stopped me yet.
I shot a jump shot from your house and it went in right over there. That's range, baby.
When world-famous author Andrew Sterling came to town, the locals gave him the traditional island welcome. And now there's only one man who can help him.
I have a shotgun. You have a frying pan.
We're gangsters. We're outlaws. We're in this together now, right? You and me, Amos and Andrew. Let's go.
Don't say that.
Amos and Andrew, rated PG-13. At theaters March 5th.
A minute 44 to go here at the Thunderdome, and Santa Barbara trying to shock the top-rated team in the Big West Conference, UNLV. 80-79 score. Las Vegas came in first in the Big West with a record of 10-2. Santa Barbara down at 6-8. The Gauchos will have a full 45 on the shot clock. Idris Jones will inbound with Michael Meyer Dwayne Carter, Ray Kelly, and Kyle Milling, the freshman, joining him on the floor.
Coach Massimino just looked at us as if to say, what do you have to do in this place?
Strange things have happened here. Idris Jones. Meyer with a good rebound and brings it out. New shot clock.
Mike Meyer did a great job of sneaking in on the weak side and getting good position. They couldn't move him out of there. The ball came off long. He had it.
Rebels have on the floor Didon Thomas, Fred Haygood, J.R. Ryder, Reggie Manuel, and Dexter Boney. And Kelly will now make the move on Didon Thomas. Shot clock down to 17. Kelly drives and scores!
Rick Kelly is having a great game late in this game.
J.R. Ryder misses long, and Las Vegas kicks it out of bounds. The Thunderdome was built in 1979, but they got very few crowds here. And then Jerry Pym came along, and 10 years later, he has built a building that is absolutely impossible to steal a win. The Thunder meter has gone over 100 already tonight. The crazies came, some with surfboards, others having a toga party in the band, and they have had reason to cheer. They have a 3-point lead in the basketball with 48 seconds left. Well, tonight's basketball game has been brought to you by American Express Traveler's Checks for Two at most places where our regular checks are sold. And by ASICS Athletic Shoes featuring shock-absorbing gel. And by Havoline Formula 3 Motor Oil. Add more life to your car. We've had plenty of life here in the Thunderdome tonight. With Santa Barbara trying to pull off the upset, Ray Kelly has been outstanding from the very start.
Ray Kelly has been able to take advantage of the open court because UNLV is playing everybody close, man to man. He's all alone on Didon Thomas.
And Las Vegas will full court pressure. The breakaway to Jones. He's fouled.
Very fitting that Idris Jones gets this layup attempt. He's worked very hard this evening to give his team an opportunity to win, and it looks like they're going to nail it down with these free throws.
Well, Lawrence Thomas is over along the sideline, but Reggie Manuel committed the foul, and that was his 5th. So Reggie Manuel has fouled out of the game. Ken Gibson comes in for him. Well, they call it on Lawrence Thomas. That's his 3rd. Idris Jones has given Santa Barbara a 4-point lead. 90%. They are second to the last in the league in free throw shooting. They've made 20 of 22. Well, that's why they're winning. Didon Thomas. Gosh, he's quick. And a timeout is called by Las Vegas with 37 seconds to go. Santa Barbara leads by 3, 84-81. We'll come back with the final 37 seconds right after this.
Inquiring, revealing, provoking. JFK, rekindling the debate over the crime of the century. Prostituki, the surprising realities of Moscow's social secret. DEA, behind the scenes of a war on drugs. Desert Storm, an intimate portrait of war through the eyes of those who fought it. The stories you won't find anywhere else. Investigative Reports, a compelling news story, Friday on A&E.
Here's the all-new NPR by Isuzu truck with a low cab forward design for unsurpassed visibility and maneuverability. But they always had that. The brand new NPR has at least 2 feet more cargo area. Like always. Hey, what's so new about the all-new Isuzu NPR? Gas! Why didn't they just say so?
For your local dealer, call 1-800-568-6672.
Only 37 seconds remain. Santa Barbara leads 84-81. We showed you at the beginning of the show 3 years ago, Jerry Pimm's Gauchos knocked off the top team in the nation, UNLV, who went on to win the national championship with the likes of Larry Johnson, and Greg Anthony, and Anderson Hunt, and Stacey Augmon. Will it happen again? Thunderdome has seen plenty of miracles, and Jerry Pimm wants one more.
This possession, we'll see exactly how this game ends up.
Jones gets it ahead to Kelly, and he'll pull it out. They've got their foul shooters on the floor with the exception of Kyle Milling, and Idris Jones will be fouled by Lawrence Thomas. It'll be 2 shots for Idris Jones, who has had a spectacular night. We talked about the guard play for Santa Barbara at the top of the show, and Kareem Ray Kelly has led the team beautifully, and Idris Jones has scored 24 points.
Idris is close to his personal high for UCSB. I believe his career high is 27 points. He's pretty close to that right now, 24 points.
Make it 25.
I think it's great for Idris to have a game like this after suffering a personal tragedy. Nothing can change that, but he's going to feel good about something tonight.
Ryder rebounds. Ryder's foul. His foot was on the line. Let's see if yes. Good call by official Terry Tackett. J.R. Ryder saying, I should get 3 shots, but his right foot was on the line. He will only get 2.
We'll see J.R. pull up right in front of the 3-point line. Ooh. They missed it.
No, he's on the line. His foot's on the line.
His foot's on the line. It's only a 2-point shot.
They are going to give him 3 shots, I believe, now.
They are going to give him 3 shots.
Wow.
And the officials missed that.
Terry Tackett came right out and said 2, and that's where Ryder went into a fit. Our replay showed the right sneaker was clearly on the line.
JR is saying that he's got the one man in the press. If he makes this last free throw, he's going to be the one man on the press on the baseline. UCSB is taking time out now to plan what they're going to do to kill the rest of the clock and take this victory home.
19 seconds remain. Gauchos by 2.
I come down, I shoot a jump shot from 25 feet. They call me Ack-Ack, Cinemax, Showtime.
And stay in the air for 2 or 3 seconds, make a move, spin in the air, hot fudge, fudgy love, Nightmare on Elm Street. In New York City, we're pretty much known for talking the most junk on the whole planet.
Everybody know I can dribble the ball through rush hour subway and not get the ball stolen.
So everybody knows I'm going left, but nobody in the whole city can stop me yet.
I shot a jump shot from your house and it went in right over there. That's range, baby.
So you're really giving all of this up?
Who knows what's right? All I know is how I feel. And I'm feeling I missed enough of Jenny's life already. I don't want to miss any more.
You guys gonna be okay on one salary?
Actually, our broker at Payne Weber made it a little easier. When she heard I was pregnant, she got us to start investing long term to give us some more options down the road.
How'd she know you were thinking about all this back then?
I'm not sure I was. Until she asked.
19 seconds remain in this ball game. Santa Barbara leads 85-83. You remember the old show, Who Shot JR? Well, the question might be tonight, Where shot JR? His foot was on the line, but they're giving him 3 shots. Where shot JR? This is his 3rd shot, his 3rd free throw attempt.
We can expect the press no matter what happens on this shot.
He misses the foul shot. Meyer gets it. Milling was open, but he's a very poor foul shooting, so they did not throw him the basketball. And Kelly will go to the line with 11 seconds left. Earlier, I told you we would be seeing sports reporters following this game. Instead, we'll be going to Sports Center to get an update on all the college basketball scores and other sports news. So stay tuned for Sports Center at the conclusion of this thrilling game. Ray Kelly, perfect tonight. He nails the first one. The lead is 3. This free throw awfully critical. Then a 3-pointer for Las Vegas could not tie it. He misses. It's knocked out of bounds. It will be the Running Rebels basketball. And Rolly Massimino says play on. No timeout.
Time for a miracle here. We'll see what happens.
Pedon Thomas gives it to J.R. Ryder. He misses. Santa Barbara grabs it and wins the basketball game. The magic of the Thunderdome continues as Santa Barbara shocks first place UNLV in the Big West Conference. Jerry Pym absolutely thrilled at the outcome of this victory. He told us early today, I have a feeling we're going to play well, and did they ever. A 2-way tie now in the conference with New Mexico State and UNLV. For Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, I'm Steve Physiak from the Thunderdome in Santa Barbara. Final score 86-83. Santa Barbara wins. Coming up next is Sports Center.
Come fly.
So I would experiment at home with my amplifier and not get the results I needed. So it was time to go to professionals, being the Marshall Company.
Mm-hmm.
And they were nice enough to, you know, put their scientists to work on it. You know, a lot of people that worked on the bomb actually worked for Marshall. Same sort of engineering, you know.
Experts on loud things.
Loud, exactly. Bomb, rock and roll. But there's no mushroom cloud with rock and roll. That's a great thing, you know. No, you know, skin things happening years later, I hope.
All right, let's say all these were turned all the way up. Would it be too much?
No, not at all.
Yeah.
Okay. This is the clean channel.
Yeah. I don't want to hear the clean.
You want to hear the other one all the way up?
Yeah, the muddy, yeah.
Well, let's just play one note and see what it
Right.
sounds like.